feel like this site has like a lot classier kind of models, I want to say, you know what I mean? Like it's a little more like, I don't know, feels like this meeting kind of a little more professional.
Oh, good. Well, that's very good to hear. So you've been a member on Jasmine for about 7-8 months. How often would you say you use the platform?
Couple times a week. Usually there's a couple models that I visit as often as I get to. So yeah, a few times a week I use it.
Okay, so it sounds like you may have found favorites on the site.
Yes, absolutely.
Talk to me about the models that you've really connected with.
They're really cool. I always look for a model who the biggest thing for me is sense of humor. I'm a funny guy. I like a model who I can connect with on that level, you know, make jokes and stuff like that. And that also I just think makes it a lot more comfortable, makes everything just feel a lot more at ease. So that's the biggest thing for me is sense of humor and stuff. That's what I look for.
Very cool. Do you have a favorite memory on the site so far that's like connection based?
Yeah, there was a private I had where we actually just kind of talked and just talked about life. And at that moment too, I was going through a little turbulence in life, and the model was she was really sweet girl, and just kind of we just kind of talked about life, and she made me feel a lot better that day. So that was really cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So far, what it sounds like to me that you've been getting from the site is, I know you mentioned you like models that can kind of rift with you and, you know, joke around and have a sense of humor, which to me is like fun.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like you've enjoyed feeling like connection to someone.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I like the most is the connection. Now, I'm that way just generally in life too. In my general life, I like to have that connection with people and stuff. So that's definitely very important to me, and that's pretty much what I found with the models I've spoken to so far.
What would you say is the number one benefit or thing to your life that Jasmine brings that you really enjoy?
I would say like a friendship, kind of companionship. You know, it's cool, like I said, to connect with the models like that, and just you know, I have my real friends and stuff in life that I talk to, but it's also kind of cool, like getting like an outside perspective of my life. You know what I mean? Like someone who's not right there. So I enjoy that. I appreciate that part of it. Kind of get a little bit of you know, insight from an outside point of view.
Yes, like that non-biased perspective.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Do you feel like it's because exactly it's kind of this non-biased perspective and someone who's removed from your day-to-day life? Do you feel like that makes you more comfortable to share certain things?
Oh, absolutely. 100%, definitely. Because you don't feel like they're going to have that bias. You know, like they're not going to have that, like, well, that's you kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like they'll give you a much more real feedback. So that's something I like, definitely.
Absolutely. I'm curious, from your favorite models, what are the characteristics about them that you like so much?
I would say quirky, kind of. You know what I mean? Just kind of like I said, like funny and stuff, and just a little weird too. You know what I mean? Like weird as in like funny. You know, just different. Not like that stiff, generic, you know, personality. And you could tell that their communication with you is genuine too. You know, like that's what I always look for. Just someone with personality. That's the biggest thing.
So you feel like they're really being authentic.
Yes, that's what I look for. I'm pretty good at picking up on that too. So
That's good. Well, I'm glad that someone who's good at reading authenticity has really been enjoying Jasmine.
yeah,
Like, we
definitely.
really pride ourselves on trying to be authentic.
I can sense that for sure.
You know, the models and the site itself obviously face sometimes a negative judgment and stigma. I think it's slowly starting to improve.
Definitely.
But I'm curious, like, what are your thoughts about that? What would your message be to the people who are judging the models and the site?
They're humans. They're people. They're trying to make money. They're working. They're just doing. They're doing what we do. You know what I mean? I don't understand that type of stigma. It's a job. They're working. They're making money, and that's what we're all trying to do. We're all trying to survive here in life.
Preach. Amen. It's so true. I'm curious from your perspective, how does Jasmine differ from traditional porn?
Like I said, it's for me, at least in my experience, like it's a little more classy, kind of, you know what I mean? It just has, like, you could tell that, like I said, they're genuine people, they're real people. It's not overly vulgar and stuff like that, I feel like. And it's just, it's different because there's the connection as well and stuff like that. So that's what's key to me.
And how would you say Jasmine is similar or different to like social media?
um I think it's pretty similar to social media in a way. In my mind, I almost view it kind of as like a social media, because again, you're making those connections, you're still making friends and stuff like that, and you guys, what's really cool is you have like the stories like Instagram and stuff does, so you could see like a model's life, they post stuff from their life and stuff. So honestly, to me, it's very similar to social media.
Absolutely. I love that. I love hearing that. I know you mentioned that one of your favorite memories that you have on the site was really just talking to someone who kind of supported you through a turbulent time.
Yeah.
How often would you say that that type of interaction is what happens?
I think very often. I think a lot of the people who do visit the site for the most part are going through something in their life, whether it's like a divorce or just loneliness or something like that. And it's nice that they can find someone to have that connection with and kind of lift their spirits a little bit and make them feel like, hey, I still have some value, I still have some worth. Let me get back out there. So
I want to talk about that. I'm curious, have you experienced that where you've had such a positive experience with a model that you feel a little bit more confident in your social or dating life?
oh, for sure, definitely. They make you feel better about yourself, and they make you definitely feel more confident and stuff. Especially, you do cam to cam with them, and they can see you, and they're like, "Hey, you're a handsome guy," and you're like, "Oh, this beautiful girl's saying I'm a handsome guy, so maybe I am a handsome guy," and it definitely it builds that confidence for sure.
I love that. Absolutely. A lot of the models are have chosen this career because it is literally the highest paying career that they're able to have in their
Yeah,
country.
yeah, absolutely.
And the support from members like you is what is literally changing their life. And I'm
Yeah.
curious if you've thought about that and how does that make you feel to know that, yeah, you have this connection with someone, but it's such a mutually beneficial relationship?
Oh yeah, a lot of the models I know are from Russia, and in Russia that's a big thing, and like I said, my favorites, we've talked about life, and she's told me, she's trying to make ends meet, but in a place like Russia, it can be hard, especially now, with everything going on. So she's like, this pays my bills more than any other job. Not only that, she's able to save, and she wants to go to school, and it's helping her save toward that and stuff. So I know that I'm helping her out as well as she is helping me out, both mentally, and stuff like that, and her financially. I'm helping her achieve her goals and her dreams. So that's nice to know too.
Yeah. Does that feel it feels good?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely appreciate that. Like, because when she finally gets to go to school, I always think that she'll look back and be like, well, hey, he helped me get here. So I like that. It's a good feeling.
Do you feel like you've learned more about other cultures? And
Oh,
yeah,
definitely. Absolutely. Even learned a little bit of the language and stuff like that. And I've definitely got insight into things I didn't know about those particular countries and stuff. Definitely. It's definitely been kind of like a educational thing as well for me, for sure.
yeah, because it's like you get to hear things firsthand. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. To actually hear how it is, it's not coming from, media and stuff like that. Like this is real. She's there. She's living this life. So definitely, it's definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things in their cultures and stuff like that. So it's cool. I like that part.
Have you interacted at all with other members in chats or anything like that?
Yeah, I've always kind of made a joke about that. I tend to be a little popular for some reason among other members.
I can see that. I could totally see that with you. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that happens to me. Even the models joke about it too. Sometimes like, oh, well, I'm just gonna take a break. You can you can sit here and cover for me. So yeah, I've interacted with a lot of members and stuff, and there's a lot of cool people who are respectful and stuff like that, and it's nice to see that too, that they're also helping these models, achieve what they want to achieve. So
Oh, cool. I
that's
love
everything.
hearing that. Okay. Don't say it just because I'm asking, but I'm curious. Um, would you say on a scale of 1 to 10, how positive would you say the Jasmine community is?
Overall, I mean, I would say 9 because you're gonna always have those couple guys here and there who are just like, in that caveman kind of mind state, so to speak. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of the members are nice and they're considerate and stuff like that. So it's surprising to see. I'll be honest, like to see the positivity in there. It's up there and it's nice.
I love hearing that. And what about the models, their positivity level in
Yeah,
general, scale
I've
of,
never really met like a negative model so far in my experience. I'm sure they exist, but for me, I've been pretty good with picking the right ones, I guess. So I've been fortunate, but they've all been very positive. And you come in the room, you almost always get a greeting. They'll say your username, even a lot of them. And yeah, my experiences from the models has definitely been positive. Most are very positive, very welcoming, which is nice.
yay, that makes me happy to hear. I know you said you started on Jasmine about 7 or 8 months ago. Did you use it at all in the thick of the pandemic?
Um, Not necessarily in the thick, because I think about that time it was kind of not as bad. We were still kind of in it, but yeah, I was using it towards the end of it and stuff like that, but not in the thick, no, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was going to ask you like if it really
Yeah.
made a difference during that time.
Oh, it definitely would have helped, and I'm sure it helped a lot of people during that time because during the thick of the pandemic, that's when loneliness, especially, was at an all-time high. Because even people who didn't realize they were lonely felt lonely when you're locked in your apartment or your room or your house or whatever you're locked in, and you start thinking, well, I'm lonely, So yeah, I'm sure campsites probably helped a lot of people feel better during that for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You've given an awesome interview.
No problem. It's my birthday, so I'm a year older today.
Happy
So
birthday!
thank you. Thank you very much.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And I
No
hope that you
problem.
go and celebrate and have so much fun today.
Thank you so much. It was very nice meeting you.
You too. Happy birthday.
Thank you.